Hi guys, welcome to Cardinal Signs. I hope that you're doing well. So today I have an extra special reading for you. I'm collaborating with the lovely and very talented V from over at V Love and Crystals. So we're looking at how you can attract more love into your life. Whether you're looking to revitalize an existing relationship, be that romantic or otherwise, whether you want to increase your own sort of personal sense of self-love and appreciation, or if you're looking to attract a new relationship into your life, all of those situations will apply and those messages will come through for you in this reading. So this is a two-part reading. So one part here with me, the other part over with V. So if this is part one for you, be sure to click on the link in the description box to take you over to V's channel for part two. If you're coming to me from V's channel, welcome. I'm Jessica. It's great to have you here. So this is a pick a card reading. I'm going to have you choose one of three cards. Choose the one that stands out to you the most. Take a moment with this. I'm going to show you. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Usually the one that your eye keeps being drawn back to is the one for you. Once you know which one you are attracted to the most, you'll find a timestamp in the description box below, and that will bring you to the part of the video for you. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. So I will be starting with pile number 1. So pile number 1, remember to go check out the other half of your reading with V once you've finished with your messages here with me. Okay, so first message out here for you, pile number 1, you have grace. And this is such a beautiful card. You can just take a moment and absorb that. You may be able to use your own intuition and find some messages in this card for yourself. So grace, to me this is talking about having, whether you're male or female, a bit more of a receptive energy, kind of more of a feminine energy. So whatever femininity means for you, this is about being open to experiences, open to deepening relationships with people. This is about you being very authentic and not afraid to be you. That's what I'm getting from this card. There's a little bit of shyness that I'm picking up from this card. You may be afraid to show who you really are with someone, if you're thinking about someone in particular. And this might be holding you back. And it's okay to have modesty, because that's what I'm getting from this card. It's this sense of modesty and kind of shielding parts of yourself that you don't share with everybody. But we're asking, how can you experience more love in your life? How can you attract more love in your life? And I'm getting that you want to deepen a relationship. And how you can do that, the message that's coming through, is by allowing that veil to be removed. So kind of that little last bit of modesty is how I'm going to call it, being drawn away and being very authentic and real with the person that you're thinking about. Let's see what else is coming up here. Okay, I'm also getting from this card that some of you may find the relationship, if you're in a relationship right now, whether this is with yourself or with someone else, intense at times, almost too much to handle is what I'm getting. It's like the sun and it burns very brightly. So there's a lot of intensity and passion there, and sometimes it can be overwhelming. And so this is accepting the need that you have, that you feel, to withdraw a little bit, to gather yourself and compose yourself before stepping back into that intensity. So this is acknowledging the natural ebb and flow of relationship. It doesn't need to be full on 100% all the time. There is this sense of tides flowing, coming and going, and that's okay, accepting where you are at this time. You may be in a period of time where you are turning away a little bit. Whether you're conscious of this or not, I do feel that it's coming from you. You may experience this as it coming from the other person, but it's being driven by their actions and behaviors, but your response is what has caused the feeling of perhaps distance, a little bit of distance. And it's not a terrible distance, it's simply like things expanding before they come back together again. That's what I'm getting from this grace card. Next up we have serendipity, and this is a really lovely card. This is about things falling into place in perfect timing. So there is like this grand order to things, or this large sort of plan, master plan, if you will. And so you may find that there are events coming your way. I feel that this is for those of you who are looking for new love. I feel that this card is more for you. Things are coming your way is what I'm getting. There are signs and synchronicities, events unfolding in your life that are bringing you to the exact moment that you need to be in order to meet somebody new. The challenge with this energy is you having the courage to reach out and grab it, okay? So you have to have the ability to recognize this opportunity when it comes. You'll feel it. I get this sense, especially if we're pairing it with the grace, that you may be uncertain about this, or you may be approaching this with too much of, again, feminine energy is not bad, but perhaps you're approaching it with too much of a feminine energy, where you're waiting for someone to come to you. And I'm seeing the need for you to grab a hold of this situation and make things happen. Once it's presented to you, it will be necessary for you to assert yourself and say, this is what I want, and I'm going to go for it. Okay? So that's what I'm getting. This card is really lovely. There is so much positive energy within this card. There's so much room to expand and grow and explore. Now, it's interesting because I'll show this to you again. This shamrock, hopefully you can see there's a little bit of a glare there, is made up of 4 hearts. So that's really lovely symbolism here. So these are hearts being connected by this sort of central force of gravity that has drawn them together and is holding them together. So again, I want to remind you that you have a large role to play in the coming together of the hearts. You are a big part of the glue that is going to hold these hearts together. I'm not saying that there are 4 hearts necessarily, 2 for sure. And remember that this is not always going to be romantic in nature for everybody. We experience a lot of love from family and from friends who come into our life and play big roles in our lives at different points of time as we go about our journey. So this is you being the person who makes things happen. So if you haven't been seeing people that you care about deeply, who you already know, and you feel that things have drifted apart, you are the person that needs to pull things back together and be the glue that holds these relationships together. Moving on to your next message, we have the 10 of Wands, suppression. So this is going to be a little bit more of challenging energy that we're going to talk about here. So this is indicating that there's something that you are not acknowledging about yourself. There is some sort of belief or emotion that you have sort of pushed down as far as you could, buried within your subconscious, and hoped to forget about, in order to step into this phase where you attract more love into your life. You need to uncover what this is. There's something here. It is an obstacle to you being able to be that magnet for love, okay? So think about that. What is this that you have suppressed? Are these ideas or beliefs that you're not worth it? Are these hurts from past relationships that are holding you back and preventing you from being fully authentic and vulnerable? So take some time and think, what is this Ten of Wands for you? This is a general reading, so I can't really answer that for you, but I can pose those kind of questions where you do some of your own inner work and discover what that is. What have you been suppressing? Okay? It needs to be released. Final message here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a lovely card. This is talking about being very diligent. It's talking about being consistent in your action towards drawing more love into your life. So if you don't see results right away, this is about you not being deterred, not saying, oh, well, I guess it's not for me. I guess that's not going to happen for me at this time. This is about you saying, no, every day I'm going to do something to bring more love into my life. And a lot of that starts with you. A lot of that starts with how you love yourself. What do you do every day? What do you want to do? Perhaps something new that you want to start doing that confirms to yourself that you love and cherish yourself. This can be something very small. It can be taking 5 minutes for yourself to connect, maybe writing a little journal entry or sitting with one of your favorite crystals and meditating. Anything that brings you joy. Every day, very consistently, practicing this kind of self-love and self-care. And that has effects that ripple out and reach into your wider social circle. People will start to recognize that you have made a change, especially when you're consistent about it. And you will find that people start to be attracted to you more. Take a look at this card again. Look at this spider with the web. You're at the center of this web. And when you have this very positive, attractive energy where you hold yourself in very high esteem, other people are drawn to you. Like that spider in the web, you just pull a little string and here they come to you. And so this is really beautiful energy for you to have. Again, I want to emphasize this is overall, the message is you taking control, okay? Not being passive, not letting or expecting others to come to you and do any of this work for you, okay? So really accepting responsibility and making little tweaks and changes that you see necessary and being consistent. So I hope that these messages were helpful for you. Pile number 1, thank you so much for joining me today. Take care of yourself and I will see you again soon. Be sure to check out V's channel for part 2 if this is part 1 for you. So take care. Okay, so pile number 2, let's see what you have coming along here. So message number 1, you have ancestors. Ancestors. So this to me, it means a past life connection that is being brought to light in this life. There may be some sort of karma that needs to be settled. Things that have lingered and gone unhealed perhaps. Okay, so let me tune in and see what this is for you. I'm picking up on a sadness from a loss, actually, and I don't often get that from this card, but I feel that you have lost somebody, perhaps a long time ago, maybe recently. It'll be different for everybody, but I feel that it wounded your heart, and you're having a hard time fully embracing love at this time because of that. You may feel that you still have a broken heart, that it never fully mended. And that's something that you'll have to work on. This is certainly not going to be an overnight process, but I'm seeing the need for you to acknowledge that that wound exists and think about what it means for you in your life. This is not about forgetting. I want to be very clear about that. That's not about forgetting the love that you had for this other person, whether they are alive or deceased. It's going to be different for everybody. This could be talking about a relationship that broke up, or this could be talking about someone that is no longer with us and you loved very dearly and it has left you feeling very raw, the loss of them. It'll be different for everybody, but this is examining the hurt that you're still feeling, because it's not a bad thing that you feel that, but it is being presented as an obstacle for you at this time. It's an obstacle from your ability to fully embrace love in your life at this time, especially for those of you who are looking to attract new love into your life. I feel that this is more relevant for that group of you. So this is inner work to do, definitely. Like I said, this is going to be more of a long-term journey. You don't have to be completely mended before you're ready to step into a new relationship or deepen an existing relationship. If you have an existing relationship, this may be calling to your attention that you need to share how you're feeling about all of this with your partner or friend or family member, whoever this might be for you, who you're thinking about, who you want to attract more love with. So take your time with this, definitely. Next up, you have Yin. So this is the card of feminine energy. So feminine energy is very healing. Feminine energy is very receptive. This card is indicating to me, first message, that you need to focus on yourself, that you need to focus on making sure that your own personal cup of love is as full as it can be at this time. It doesn't need to be overflowing, but it's about checking in with where you are. How full is your cup right now? Can you do anything to plug any cracks in your cup? Can you do anything to add more love to your cups, right? There's two ways about this. Is there something that is leaching love from your life? Or is there an action or an avenue that you can take for you to add more love from your own personal actions, self-care, self-love that you can do? So that's the first message that's coming up here. The second message is taking your time. I'm seeing the need, and I'm going to show you the next three cards talk about this. I'm going to show you real quick, but we'll talk about them each separately. You have the Nine of Cups, laziness, and then you have the Hanged Man. Both of these cards, paired with the Yin card, indicate to me the need for you to kind of pause and withdraw a little bit. Take a rest. Don't push yourself too hard. It is perfectly okay to want to have more love in your life right now, but I'm seeing the need for you to go very slowly and gently with yourself. Allow yourself to do the healing that you need to do right now. Don't set deadlines for yourself, is what I'm getting here. There is no set deadline, okay? This is the journey, not the destination that you're to focus on currently. So you may feel a little bit antsy at this time. You may feel, okay, when am I going to start feeling better about this? When am I going to start seeing more loving relationships in my life? When am I going to start feeling more love for myself and for others? I'm feeling very drained and closed off, okay? So take your time with this. This isn't going to happen just like that, right? I am definitely seeing the need for some nights where you are just cuddled up in your pajamas with your favorite drink and a bowl of popcorn and just enjoying yourself and not worrying about what other people are doing out and about in the world, okay? So this is you taking time alone, is what I'm seeing. Whether you are partnered or otherwise, this is making alone time a priority. I realize this sounds perhaps counterintuitive to attracting more love into your life, but I am definitely seeing the need for you to have a little bit of TLC for yourself, okay? Pampering yourself even, okay? Self-care. And waiting. Your job right now, it sounds strange, but your job right now is to take care of yourself and wait. Especially if you're looking to attract new love into your life. Currently, I'm not seeing anything coming, galloping into your life. I'm seeing the need for you to be happy with where you are, to enjoy where you're at in your life, to take care of yourself, and to be patient and wait. I know that's hard. Waiting is one of the hardest things in life. Patience is one of the most challenging lessons, but that is what you have to work through right now, and it's an excellent lesson to learn. Okay, so healing, self-care, and patience. Those are your 2 pieces of advice, or 3 pieces of advice for you, pile number 2. Okay, so some of you, I'm getting one final message here, may feel that you have been shattered into 100 pieces. Okay, this is most likely like your heart having been broken, and your love is just shattered and in shambles. This is you slowly, piece by piece, kind of stitching it back together again and making it whole. And this is your own loving, nurturing energy that is going to accomplish that. So I hope that these messages were helpful. Pile number 2, take care of yourself. Be sure to check out V's channel. If this is, the first part of the reading for you, be sure to go check out the next part with V. So take care of yourself, and I will see you again soon. All right, pile number 3, welcome. So be sure to check out V's channel for the other half of your reading if this is part 1 for you. So your first message coming through, we have reflection. So this is about thinking very deeply about what you want. Okay, so it's one thing to want more love in your life. It's another thing to know what you want that love to look like. Okay, so this is cautioning you not to have this sort of general concept, this hazy concept, oh, I just want more love in my life. Spirit is asking you to be very specific and really think about this. What do you want that love to look like? What do you want that love to feel like? Imagine it, visualize it, write it down. Write a poem about love. What is in that poem? Is this romantic love? Is this a new relationship? Is this a poem to someone that you already know? This is about taking your time and daydreaming, okay? This is about not having any restrictions or boundaries on what your love can look like. So this is being fantastical. This is about being as imaginative as possible, feeling like nothing is off the table. There are, anything can come in here, basically. And it's up to you to ground your fantasy into reality. There needs to be some kind of practice that you do. Like I said, whether it's journaling or writing a poem or just consistently picturing it every day. There's this practice that you need to do to bring your imagination and funnel it down into solid reality. Okay? So take those steps, whatever works for you. Take those steps to make this real for you. What can you do to make this real for you? Some of you, final message coming through, some of you feel that what you want isn't possible. You need to let go of that. You need to find a way to believe in what you want. Next card up, you have milk and honey. So this is a very scrumptious card, really. This is about really enjoying, for those who are already in a relationship, this is enjoying like the day-to-day moments in your life, all the good things, soaking it up as much as possible. This is making a point to enjoy things. These can be mundane things. These can be things that you perhaps took for granted once upon a time. And whether it was just like a quick kiss good morning or holding hands, you may have taken those things for granted, but perhaps now those things are becoming more precious to you, and you're changing your perspective and really soaking up all those just tender little moments that add up to make one big beautiful love story. So that's one message for some of you, acknowledging all the little moments. For others of you, I'm hearing the need for you to see the silver lining in a rain cloud. Now, this is an overwhelmingly positive card. However, again, I get the sense paired with the reflection card that some of you feel that you can't have what you want for some reason. There is this sense of not believing that it can be yours. It might feel like, oh, it's too good to be true. So what can you do? What actions can you take every day, like I said, to try to root this belief in reality so that it can start to feel more real to you? I'm being drawn to the rainbow in the back of this picture. So it's kind of like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You may think that the kind of love that you want is unattainable. And it's not. It's right in front of you is what they're saying. It's like you maybe aren't seeing how much you have. I'm going to skip ahead to your last card only because it's tying in with this message, and then we'll go back to your third card. Because for your last card, you have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, to me right now, for your reading, is saying so much that you need to focus on what you have and gratitude. This is being grateful for all that you have. So this is noticing all the little things. This is saying thank you. I'm not telling you anything new. We all know the power of gratitude. We know how our lives can transform when we appreciate what we have, when we express gratitude to others. So if you are currently in a relationship, this is letting your partner know in whatever way feels good to you that they are appreciated. It can be things like, oh, thanks for taking out the garbage. That's not a particularly romantic task, but it's still important, and it feels good to be recognized. So maybe you're not feeling particularly appreciated at this time, and so it's saying it starts with you. If you kind of start that momentum going of giving out gratitude, you will start to receive a lot more gratitude, and by extension love flowing back into your life. You have so much. You have milk and honey. You have the Ten of Pentacles. These are like all the beautiful, wonderful, rich things in your life. I'm not seeing that there is lack of love in your life. Maybe you're just not looking in the right direction. The card that I skipped over here is the soulmate card. You have the Two of Cups. This is beautiful energy. For some of you, this is romantic. For some of you, this is like a kindred spirit, a friend who resonates really deeply with you and will support you no matter what. They will not question what you're doing. They have unwavering faith in you. Whoever this person is, you just mesh well together. So you have love. Like I said, I keep saying that. I'm seeing it so strongly that you have it, and it's just a matter of looking at your relationships and looking at your life with perhaps a new perspective, a new set of eyes. We can't get a new set of eyes. That's silly. But yeah, it's like, I don't recommend this so much, but it's almost like you're like, rose-colored glasses. I want you to put some rose-colored glasses on because I feel like you're maybe looking at life a little bit too harshly, maybe a little bit too realistically or pessimistically, and you need to kind of soften your gaze a bit and be able to see love where it is, okay? There is love around you. There's this beautiful person who wants to love you, who wants to be with you. Maybe some of you haven't met this person yet and they're coming in soon because they're showing up here. It's like they're just beyond the rainbow. Okay, so it's believing. You have to believe that this person is there for you and that they'll come in if they haven't already. That you can have this. You have to believe that you can have this. There is definitely a happily ever after here. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups, this pairing is happily ever after, if there ever was one. Okay, this is being so comfortable, so supported and loved by another person, and you loving them. It's very unconditional, it's very safe, it's very rewarding. So you have beautiful love around you. I'm so happy to see that for you, pile number 3. Really lovely. So I hope that you found this reading helpful. Again, if you haven't already watched V's part 2, be sure to hop on over there and check that reading out, the other half of your reading. So take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.